ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? Thank you. First of all, I would like to thank everybody for coming here today, which is a marvelous day, especially the ones which are coming from Germany, Italy, America, June, and some other countries. I mean, some people probably have had some additional holiday. Some people had to get a loan from the NatWest Bank, like myself. So, thank you very much. I was told on a speech that I should call my wife Putin. Well, you all know, and I know, that she's not Putin. And the reason why I know this is because she can't speak bloody Russian. That's aside. Something to say about Tilly?
Don't call me Putin.
No, I won't call you. The first time we laid eyes on Tilly is obviously in the delivery room, and her piercing blue eyes just went through just melting stone. Which brings me to the first accident, which happened 3-4 years later when Rico was only a toddler. She and her sister, who upstairs is innocent in this. Innocent. Exactly.
Until proven guilty.
They dressed up little Rico with female clothes. And used him like a doll. Rico, can you remember? Yes. Now, 25 years later, the two still have got the pants on, and Rico still runs around in female clothes. When we went, we used to live at Haydock. Lynn, where are you?
Lenny?
Right. You remember we had the cameras to look outside in the yard with a push button to open the gates and the 2 guard dogs. So the delivery driver came to supply some tiles. And what did Tilly do? Having looked what I'm doing when I'm opening the gate, she pressed the button. The dogs attacked this poor bastard. And there it goes, 10,000 quid out of my bank account. You don't remember this, do you?
I don't remember it, no. Not guilty. Not guilty.
Lynn remembers. So the other thing I wanted to mention is that since she was small, she always had the idea that she was adopted, because she looked different than the other ones. Blue-eyed, a bit blondish hair.
Pale.
You know, she couldn't go in the sun. But I can assure you, Tilly, that you are as good as one of the others.
Better.
Better today because it's your wedding day, so I don't want to upset the car. So she had a favorite video, which was The Ugly Duckling. And she looked at that thing, you know, day in, day out, just driving bananas. And she, I think, deep down thought, because she was slightly different than others, you know, blue-eyed and blah, 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 pale skin, she was different. And she connected with the ugly duckling video, like, you know, she has got like a twin there. But I can tell you, looking today at you,
I'm the ugly duckling.
you have developed in a swan, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you agree? So, going back to the original speech, which is, by the way, not this, it was written down for me like I'm an idiot. But the reason why I didn't do that, because I thought that...
Come on.
That there's almost a special relationship between daughters and fathers. And with this, I kindly ask you to lift your glass and wish them happiness. Thank you very much. Oh, God.
welcome. The day's finally here. Thank you to everyone who's got us to this point, or your support. It's greatly appreciated. Tilly, I want to say how amazing you look in your dress. And how happy I am to call you my wife. To the bridesmaids, you look incredible today. Thank you for bringing her home from Ibiza, because I know she didn't want to come back. So, this is a story on how Tilly and I met. It started with a swipe. More specifically, a swipe to the right. Ping, you've got to match. When I saw that I'd match with Talisa, shake. I got really excited. So I couldn't believe that I'd swiped on this, and she swiped me, just to clarify. This dark-haired, half-Italian beauty, and she'd matched me, the lad from Croston. It took me a couple of days to build up the courage to basically start a conversation and what to say to her. Her bio didn't really give me much to go off, other than you were a garlic bread connoisseur. So obviously, the next thing I do is I send a GIF. For anyone who doesn't know what a GIF is, it's a moving image, basically. The GIF was a waterfall of garlic bread. And just to make sure that she responded to me, I sent her my finest cheese joke. As many of you in here will know, I'm a big fan of cheese jokes, but I'll only tell you one, and the one I sent was, what did the cheese say when it saw itself in the mirror? Halloumi. Correct. Now, this was when I found out the first bit of information about Tilly. She hates cheese. Hates. Which you wouldn't believe, would you, be coming from an Italian family? So, after a bit of texting, I suggested to Tilly about going on a date. And she told me that she'd had a bit of a bad experience and a couple of bad dates. So she was a bit apprehensive and cautious, shall we say. Now, my speech has kind of been ruined here by the celebrant. So it was made fairly clear to me that she was cautious, because when she jumped into the car, the first three things she asked me was, do you speed, have you ever been banned, and are you a serial killer?
No, I actually knew who Gil Grissom was.
And she also asked me who Gil Grissom was, and obviously I replied CSI. So...
How you like your steak cooked.
Oh, and how I like my steak cooked. Yeah. Anyway, so apparently, again, this has been ruined, but I'll tell you anyway. Apparently, a friend told her, never go on a date with anyone at night time, in the dark, never get in the car, and make sure it's always in a public place. Now, I think we ticked one of those boxes, because we went to Manchester, had some food, and played golf. Public place, yeah. So, moving on to the point where we'd had a couple of dates. The first one, went to Manchester, played golf, the second one involved a small room, some handcuffs, and a bed. Don't get too excited, it was an escape room. The third day, we thought we'd do something casual. We went to Nando's, met up in the car park. Hello, hi, exchanged. You know the script, you go in, you order your food, you get a drink, you get your sauces, and you go sit down. So as I'm stood, filling my drink up, I hear this enormous crash, everything. And I turn to my left, and Tilly is stood over a large sauce bottle all over the floor. All over Tilly, all over the floor, everything. Now, it was a good laughing point, broke the ice. Wouldn't suggest this is a technique if any of you are going on future dates. What do we do on the fourth day? I can't remember.
I can't remember. I went to the Woodsman.
Oh, actually, I'll continue. The day actually got better in Nando's. So, as we'd finished, place came to get cleared, and we were chatting away. All of a sudden, 2 waiters come with a birthday cake and a candle. It was not my birthday, and it was not Tilly's birthday. They are singing happy birthday.
In Nando's.
In Nando's, full, clapping the lot. So I'm looking around thinking, what the hell is this? In the corner of the room, there is an apprentice of mine sat laughing away, and he set it all up basically. But yeah, it was a good day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the more we got to know each other, I eventually got invited round to meet the family. Now, on many occasions that I'd go to Tony and Bernie's house, Tony was never there. I thought at first, very successful businessman, loads of work to do, always away. The more this happened, I thought, does he just not want to meet me? Are these lot scared of him meeting me? And then, finally, I came to the conclusion that I'm now involved in a mafia family. But I can confirm, no horses' heads have been found in the bed. Yet. So, I think I made a good impression on Tony, to be fair. When I eventually met him, we went to the pub, we watched football. I thought a couple of quiet pints and home. No, it wasn't. We ended up getting a takeaway. I got kicked in the takeaway by a stranger. And then we got back, and I think in the living room there was you, your mum, Dan, I think you were there, maybe Abby, I can't remember. And I had to basically admit that I was very drunk.
No, you missed it out.
So there is, and there was another point, I nearly fell over a glass table.
No, you missed the better point.
Go on.
My dad comes in, are you drunk? No.
No.
Somebody else comes in, are you drunk? No. Sam comes in, are you drunk?
Yes.
Wasted.
At least I'm honest, yeah. No heckling allowed, thank you. But on a serious note, I can't say how happy I am today to be married to your daughter now, thank you. And
You as well, sir.
thank you for accepting me into your family and always making me feel welcome in your home. One thing I can say about all the dates that we've been on, Tilly, is how excited I was to see you and how much I wanted to go on another date. I would always leave with the biggest smile on my face, and I couldn't stop thinking about your smile, your eyes, and the way you smelt. I always said 2017 going into 2018 were my best years, and that was because I met you. It's funny, I always used to call Tilly the Ice Queen, and I used to say that she had a cold heart. But this couldn't be further from the truth. Tilly, you are one of the most caring and thoughtful people I've ever met. You are always so considerate to others, and you always go out of your way to help people, even if it burdens you. And these are the reasons why I'm here, why I'm here today. But whether it's your kind nature, as I've just mentioned, your sense of humour, and always allowing us to laugh, your ability to feed 5,000 people, even when it's just me and you. And the fact that we've always got another adventure, holiday. Next stop, Sardinia. The list goes on, but I know people are hungry, so I'll just finish it up with, you are the most beautiful person to me. Moving to the present, and we're at our wedding day. The last 6 years have solidified how much I love you. We've had some hard years, but we've come out stronger. So I'd like to make a toast to loved ones who aren't here today, but they are smiling down at us. Cheers. Thank you to my mum and dad for all the support you've given me in life. You've taught me many life skills that I'll be forever grateful for, too. To all my best men, yes, there are 5 of you, but this is because I couldn't pick, and I value your friendship all the same. I couldn't ask for a better set of mates. Thank you for the memories. Tilly, I hope you have the best day and you're as happy as I am. I cannot... Oh, God. Get it. I cannot wait for our futures together and make more happy memories. I want to end by saying a big thank you to everyone and enjoy our special day.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the night of the ritual humiliation of Sam Forrest. So can you please take your seats and we will get started. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me okay? Yes, you can. Now, I was going to make a joke at the start of this speech about not being able to understand Tony's speech, but however, for a man to get up in a room full of people he doesn't know, with no script, and deliver a speech like that is truly astonishing. So a huge round of applause. Now, for those that don't know me, my name's Ben, and I'm one of Sam's 5 best men. Yes, that's right, there are 5 of us. And that's the kind of rock-solid decision-making you want to see before a lifetime of marriage, that is. Now, you have me. I'm the confidence man. I try and give Sam confidence. You have Banner and Nay. They're the booze men. They give Nay way too much booze. You have Mills, he's the advice man. He tries to give Sam advice. And finally, you have Matt. Now, Matt is the head man. He gives Sam... Well, what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of best men, okay? There's a lot of best men. Now, I should stress that what we lack in quality, we absolutely do not make up for in quantity, okay? Now, it's customary for the best man to cover some traditional sports in their speech, so to avoid having to do that 5 times, we agreed that I'd get them out of the way now so we can focus on the ritual humiliation. Firstly, to the bridesmaids. You all look absolutely wonderful today, and have no doubt been a great source of strength and comfort to Tilly, not just today, but all of the days leading up to today.
Well done.
If only you could have got her ready 30 minutes earlier, we would have all boiled to death on the front lawn. I'm just saying that, okay? Secondly, to the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, doesn't she look incredible today? Now, I think that cheer speaks for itself. But when I first came to write this speech, I wanted to try and understand what some typical Italian wedding traditions were, because half the room were obviously Italian. Now, I tried looking on Sam's laptop at first, but when I put the word Italian into the search bar, all sorts of weird and wonderful things came up. But apparently, no doubt, half the room can correct me if I'm wrong, it's customary in Italy to throw rice as a show of fertility before and after weddings take place. Now, there are a number of different ways I can go at this point. I could make a joke about Sam's sperm being so slow they've only got 2 gears, neutral and reverse. Or I could make a joke about that kind of shower not being the only type of shower Sam likes, golden or otherwise. Or I could just be nice, and I could hand over to the first of the other 5 best men to have his turn. I'll be back at the end of the speeches to sum up what we've learned, to do some toasts, and to try to avoid making a joke about asking Tony anything on the day of his daughter's wedding. Matt, it's over to you.
Cheers, Ben. Nice and easy to follow that. I'd just like to start by saying, yes, I know I am sunburnt, and thank you, Tilly, for that. So, hi everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Matt. I'm best man number 2. I remember the first time I saw Sam. It was Monday the 3rd of September 2007 in the Estelle building in Runshaw College. He was wearing a brand new pair of Timberland boots, a red striped knitwear jumper, and an awful lot of wet look gel in his hair. I would laugh, but compared to me, he actually looked quite smart. I had 3/4 leather pants on. I have to be honest, I didn't really like Sam at first. I thought he was way too loud, and also he was far too comfortable talking to the one girl in our class for my liking. Also back then, because they were actually good at the time, he was a Man United fan. He definitely wasn't for me, so I kept away. But as the months started to pass, we found out we actually had quite a lot in common. But by far, what drew us together the most were Golf GTIs. You can imagine how jealous I was in 2014 when he actually bought one. He was so proud of that car, and we had so many road trips in it together, just enjoying the fact that one of us actually had a Golf GTI. But back to Runshaw. We actually got on so well, in fact, that when we went back for our second year, we found out we'd been separated because while we were together, and I quote, "We were no good for the rest of the class." He literally didn't stop going on about this for the next 2 years. Why he'd been moved and it wasn't me. You can imagine how mad he was. Sam, myself, Nathan and Ryan only met because we were all so bad at English. I remember being so gutted at the time to be in that class, but it turned out to be one of the best things that ever happened to me, because I got to meet my best friends, and even though we'd been separated, it didn't matter. We were going to be friends for life. Sam has always been that one friend I turn to look after my things on a night out and I get too drunk. The amount of times I've given my phone, wallet and keys and I couldn't be trusted anymore. I remember one night in Magaluf where I was too drunk and he took me back to the hotel room. But on the way, he even bought me a meatball marinara Subway, only for me to throw the meatballs at him off the balcony while he made his way back to the night out. Both Sam and I did the same apprenticeship at BAE Systems. When we were apprentices, we had Fridays off. That meant 3 o'clock every Thursday. We would finish work, meet up, have a few beers, and most weeks end up back at my mum's house, basically turning it into a party house. Since our apprentice days, Sam has gone on to be an engineer. I'm still not quite sure how someone who took till he's 18 to pass GCSE English can be in charge of something that requires so much reading. He says he just fancied a change off the tools, but I think we all know he couldn't stand his hands not being soft anymore, and he had to leave the tools behind. I remember when Sam first started seeing Tilly, he would never stop talking about you, Tilly, and I could tell you were the one for him. And today that's obvious, because you've made him the happiest man in the world. Tilly, you look amazing today, and Sam, you look distinctly average at best. I can't really put it into words how proud I am of you both. Like I've felt so many times over the past few years with all the weddings we've had in our friendship group, I can't wait to see your life unfold and see where you end up together. You really are a beautiful couple inside and out. I really am honoured to be your best man in what is such a special day for you both, and I thank you so much for involving me. So we'll do a cheers at the end all together, but for me personally, cheers Sam and Tilly, I love you guys, and I'll pass you over to Ryan. Cheers. Thanks, Matt. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ryan. I will now do my best to put Sam through the most uncomfortable couple of minutes of his life. And the most uncomfortable couple of minutes of Tilly's life will be coming up this evening, courtesy of Sam. I've known Sam since 2007. We attended Runshaw College together, as Matt mentioned. We were in the same class, and over the last 17 years, we've become the closest of mates, and I know we all will be for life. Well, what can I say about Sam? Sam isn't the type to get absolutely hammered often, but after a night out, because he's too tight to pay for a takeaway, he raids his cupboards for a variety of foods. This can range from squeezing honey directly from the bottle into his mouth, half-eaten bits of bread, and eating packets of salami in one sitting. I'm sure Tilly enjoys cleaning up after him in the morning and wonders what has taken place in the early hours before. He then moves on to the toilet and seems to have an unhealthy obsession with sleeping next to it. So when he lived at home with his parents, he was over the moon when he had his own ensuite built for him. Many times we've all received drunken Snapchats of Sam videoing himself hanging over the toilet bowl or explaining he's just woken up in the morning after next to his toilet. So, Tilly, if he ever annoys you, you don't need to make him sleep in another room or on the sofa. Just give him a pillow and send him to the toilet. Sam's into his fashion, and this was first evident in college. He could have been the front page model for anything that Henley's or Ivan Scott put out in 2008. I think he figured himself a bit of Ronaldo lookalike. Shortly after, though, he was prescribed some glasses. We all know Sam and Tilly love to get away, and at this point, I think they may have racked up more air miles than the names on the Epstein Island flight log. You weren't on that list, were you? No? It seems as though he can't go anywhere in the world without being known or recognised by somebody. It's become a standing joke at this point, but it also just shows the kind of character he is. He gets along with everyone and he's just so likeable. In the early years of our friendship, Sam was quite an avid user of Facebook and would regularly let the world know his feelings on his neighbours. Here follows some of Sam's Facebook posts. 21st of December 2011. Having some scum moving next door is one bad thing, but now some racing up and down the road on a crosser and some other beeping his horn. Please crawl in a hole and die. 22nd of December 2011. I actually want to put my car through their window. 3rd of November 2012. In a post relating to a fire in the field behind his house. Hopefully next door burned to death. The next one is when it got really dark. 19th of July 2012. Next door now have got 12 rabbits in their garden. I hope they die. Not the rabbits, the people. Sam's always been an animal lover. This was the final post. After this, his neighbours mysteriously disappeared and never been heard from again. And finally, I'd just like to say you picked an absolute gem in Tilly, and I know I can speak for myself and Charlotte when I say we are both so happy for you, and you truly are perfect for each other. You both share the same sense of adventure, the same quirky sense of humour, and an ability to bring out the best in each other. When I think of the times we've had as couples, I just picture us all in tears of laughter. Thank you for asking me to be one of your best men. It's been an absolute pleasure and an honour. I'm now going to pass the baton to Alex.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Alex, and I have the pleasure of being one of Sam's best men today. I say one of. Sam used to openly admit that he was indecisive, but more recently, he's been telling me that he can't decide if he is anymore. I'm lucky enough to have known Sam since the age of 15. Since then, we've given Sam many nicknames. Fozzie Bear, Churchill, and one I've learnt more recently, the Crunts. I'll leave the lads from Lytham St Anne's to explain that one to you. But my favourite nickname is Scrappy Doo. For those who don't know, Scrappy Doo is a cartoon dog known for being small, energetic and feisty, with a fearless attitude. For me, it's Sam being all bark with no bite. While Sam was never a fighter, he's always been known to get carried away in the moment and fight the corner for the ones he loves, often getting himself into trouble. I do. Although, has been known for these traits to work in Sam's favour. For me, they also make Sam a great family man. A much-loved son, brother, uncle, grandson, cousin, nephew, and to us, a great friend. One example of this takes me back to when Sam first started dating Tilly. After meeting through Tinder, following a bombardment of cheese-based jokes, Sam, you really need to stop telling these jokes. And Tilly, I don't know about you, but I can't bear them anymore. I do recall their first date got pushed back and rearranged a few times. If Sam had followed my advice, he would have given up chasing that first date with the one that he referred to as the Italian. Through Sam's persistence, they went on that first date and eventually ended up working together to solve their way out of an escape room. Things went from strength to strength, which have eventually brought us here today with Tilly. Tilly, I'm yet to meet someone like you who could still bring all the fun to the party without a drop of alcohol. You are also the most committed person I've ever met to their family. You take everyone's troubles as on if they're your own, giving your help and love to everyone that you care about. Josie and I love spending time with you and Sam, and we can't wait to add to the trips to the lakes and, of course, to Glastonbury. One of my most memorable moments at Glastonbury was me and Sam stood near the front, watching one of his father, Andrew's, favourite bands, Guns N' Roses. Considering Sam introduced me to them, I thought he'd at least know the words to the songs. On Sam's stag do, I tried reminiscing about our standout moment at Glastonbury by choosing Paradise City as our karaoke song. Now, I learnt two things about Sam that night. Number one, Sam has completely lost his capability to drink and spent most of his stag do asleep on the nights out. To quote one of his family members, who wishes to remain anonymous, he's pathetic and an embarrassment to the family. Number two, Sam doesn't actually know the words to Paradise City, and he doesn't hesitate to throw me under the bus. Stood there mumbling the words on my own at the front of a full karaoke bar. Cheers, Sam. But don't worry, now's your chance to redeem yourself. So I got the music? No? I wouldn't do that to you, Sam, don't worry.
We would.
Shall we? Maybe later. We can try again. No. So before I pass you on for your penultimate speaker, I'll leave you with one final thought. Sam and Tilly, you proved from that, maybe not first date after I've learned today, but in that first date in the escape room, you are and always will be a great team. So now I'm going to pass you on to Nathan for your next and final speech.
Cheers, Tom. Hey. Cheers, Alex. So don't worry, folks. I'll keep this short and sweet, just like Sam himself. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Nathan. I'm another best man. You probably want to throw your knives and forks at us by now, but just bear with me. Just a bit more humiliation for Sam to endure. So like Ryan and Matt mentioned, I first met Sam in college. Even though we grew up in neighbouring villages, I never knew he existed until we met at Runshaw College. It's true that Sam got separated into different classes for being disruptive, but what wasn't mentioned was the additional course that he had to take, anger management. So Sam met the requirements for this course after punching a computer monitor when being asked to move to a different workstation. So Tilly, make sure all the screens are tempered. So Sam and I also used to work together in Croston, at the Grapes in Croston. We had a shift on a Monday night and always used to end up in Preston afterwards, as it was a student night, so the streets remember. Those were the days when Sam was living like a millionaire, and after receiving his student loan, he often lent or gave me cash so I could afford to go out with him. Also, a special mention goes to Ian, the bar manager at the Grapes, who had a bit of a soft spot for Sam. Or should I say obsession with Sam. I always wondered why he used to give Sam the most tips. Yeah, I hope you're not out there listening, Ian. Also, I want to thank Alex for helping me organise the stag do. Like you said, Sam had a great time, considering he only had 3 pints the entire weekend. I've never seen someone so happy to have a semi-automatic weapon in their hands dressed as a fluorescent orange bear. So before I pass you back to Ben to finish off the speech, I just want to say a few words about Tilly. So congratulations, you look amazing. Ever since Sam introduced you to us, you've always been so warm and welcoming. Me and Rach love spending time with you and wish you all the best for your next chapter as husband and wife. So, Finally, Sam, thank you for choosing me to be one of your best men today. You've been my best mate for the last 17 years. Keep organising those amazing parties, and I can't wait to make more memories with you in the future.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's so important to get a marriage off on the right foot, isn't it? It's so important. And it just so happened that this morning, when we all woke up, Nathan managed to bring 2 right shoes rather than a pair with him today. But that's not going to explain his dancing later. Anyway, what have we learned? We've learned that Sam is an angry, Facebook death-wishing, obsessed with cars, lightweight, short, slightly stupid, well-travelled family embarrassment. Who needs enemies with friends like us? That's all I'm going to say. However, I suppose now that we're coming to the end, I should say something nice. The reality is that Sam is, and I am sure the rest of the lads will agree, one of the best people we all know. He is loyal, honest, kind, and totally devoted to his family, who I am sure are no doubt incredibly proud of him today. These are the reasons why he is a great friend, brother, uncle, and son, and why I have absolutely no doubt he is going to be a fantastic husband. To the Tartaglione family. I have absolutely no doubt that Sam is going to be a fantastic addition to your group. But if you can't find him later to formally welcome him to the family, as Ryan said, go and check the box, because he's probably asleep. Gents, can you all be upstanding, please? The best men. Upstanding, upstanding, upstanding. Sorry, guys. You'll be upstanding in a minute. Don't you worry about it. You jumped the gun straight away there. I saw you. Oh, you were ready there. You were primed. It's been our honour and privilege to be Sam's best men for today. But it really is a testament to him that he has 5 blokes who love him enough to be willing to stand up here in front of all you people to make a total fool of themselves. However, you'll all be delighted to know that it's now time for us to shut up, shove some dessert down your face, cue the music, hit the bar and hit the dance floor. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get the energy up. Yeah? Can everyone be on their feet, please? Everybody on their feet right now. Everybody, sir. I'm not joking this time. Straight up. There's only one last thing to do as we toast the bride and groom. Cheers all.
For those of you that don't know me, you've probably already labelled me as the best looking bridesmaid in here tonight.
Absolutely not. What a fucking lie.
But my name is Danica and I am Tilly's best friend.
Whoa. Shut up, man. Best friend? Are you absolutely mad? I've got 20 years on you, you've got 16. Shut up, sit down. Mic drop.
Anyway, sorry about my friend over there.
I'm not your friend, bro. Like, you carry on, but I am not your friend. Charlotte Dawson rang, she wants a fucking bunions back.
I'm a civilised, mature woman, so I'm going to handle this well.
Absolute jokes. Carry on, please carry on. Please carry on.
So anyway, back to me being Tilly's best friend and me being the reason I'm here on the microphone. Okay. I'm here to say a few words about why I think this Tinder success story is here where it is today.
She messaged me first after that, by the way, guys, I'm just letting you know. Danica was never in the picture at this stage. She came in about 2 years ago.
Anyway, it's been a while since Paris left the house, so we'll just let her on mic time. Now it's over, we're going to get back to it. First of all, I do want to say, well done to the groomsmen.
No, carry on. Go on.
Right, sorry, have we got staff that can just mute the microphone? First of all, I just want to give a really, really big round of applause, and I hope everyone joins me in this, to the groomsmen, because I think you guys smashed it tonight. So congratulations. I also, before I get into my speech, just want to say a very big thank you to Bernadette and Tony. These are 2 people that I have grown up with. I remember buzzing the intercom at Leckenby Hall and Tony being, I don't even know what.
Did you have the code to Leckenby Hall? Or did you have to text Tilly's family for that? Because I had it all along. I've always known that code.
Anyway, thank you so much, because Bernadette used to describe me as a traveller, as much as that upsets me to say here today. I used to get the bus, the train, whatever it used to take, I'd get to Leckenby Hall because Tilly lived in the middle of bloody nowhere when we were kids. And it's been an honour to grow up under you both. I think you're both incredible humans and I love you both a lot. And it's amazing to be here today and watch Tilly get married and watch everything that you guys have put into her. And I'm really proud to watch your speech as well, Tony. Okay, back to the couple. So I'm really happy to see today you guys were promoted from Wedding Guest of the Year to actually hosting your own wedding. And I think I can speak on behalf of everybody here today when I say thank you so much for sharing your special day with all of us. Tilly, you look absolutely beautiful. And Sam, you're a married man now, but you scrub up all right yourself.
You was a bit too eager, though, to get the ring on that finger today, Sam. I'm not going to lie to you. Even I nearly said to Tilly, you sure you don't want to turn back round? Like, honestly, it's a bit eager, that.
Tilly, you are what I can only ever describe as my rock.
That was really
You are above
good.
and beyond as a friend, and I'm forever grateful to have had you by my side through so much in the last 16 years that we've been best friends. Your heart is the size of the world for the people that you love, and I'm so excited to watch you and Sam create your own family. And I wanted to say thank you so much for being such an incredible friend to me. Sam, thank you for loving Tilly and taking care of her always. It means so much to me that she's found her safe place in you. And more importantly, she's found someone who can put up with her online shopping addiction, as well as keeping her on top of the house, in which she will always cause a mess. I'm sure Bernadette and Tony are so grateful that you two moved in together shortly after Lynn retired. I know you both have people not here today who you would love to be here, but I would like to raise the toast to our friend Ellie. So I hope you can all open your limoncello shots, put your champagne glasses down, and if everybody can take their limoncello shots and toast to our friend. To Ellie. To Ellie. I wish you both the best of everything this life has to offer, and to enjoy this amazing day. Today, even though Tilly was half an hour late, sorry to everybody, when you both had your first kiss, it was 3 minutes to 3. And I have a clock here which belongs to Tilly's granddad, Kevin. And I'm going to set this clock to that exact time, so that when you two are just having a bad day and you're just, whatever is going on, you look at this clock, you look at that time, and you remember exactly how you felt in that exact moment today when you kissed each other in front of everybody. And I also really wanted to share that moment because you all know I love Tilly's granddad Kevin a lot, so, and I'm really sad that he's not here today. So now everybody, onto the main toast. If you can all raise your Prosecco champagne glasses to the bride and groom, to Mr. and Mrs. Forrest. Thank you.
Just to add to that, guys, who's not over here, Sam, when we first met, I know you were shit scared of me, and that's absolutely fine, most people are. But
this girl, honestly.
if you hurt her,
security in
Tracy,
here.
I love you so much, but if you hurt her, I'm forget the mafia, I'll chop your balls off.
He just stands.
To the bride and groom!
You can see.
Hello everyone. Oh, that's actually quite loud, sorry. Probably didn't need that. Hello everyone. Buonasera. I know that they save the best to last, but after listening to all the speeches this evening, I'd really appreciate it if everyone now could lower their expectations. I've also never been married or engaged, so I'm probably completely underqualified to speak on any of these topics today. But it will mark a place in history to be the first and last time anyone in the family has ever trusted me to speak in public. I just wanted to reiterate what the others have said in their speeches tonight and to thank everyone for coming wide and far. It's really amazing to me how far some people will travel for a free meal. When Tilly asked me only 5 days ago about doing a speech, I did slightly panic given her large amount of notice. I went home and had a 10-minute rant with Jack, whose response was, and I quote, "Sorry kids, if anyone can chat shit for 5 minutes, it's you." So, for those of you that don't know me, what a shame. And for those of you that do, don't worry, Tilly made it very clear that I had to keep this speech under 5 minutes and be finished by midnight. She also mentioned some topics that were off limits, so I thought I'd start with those. Let the roasting begin. So, I first met Tilly in the mid-90s. You could say it was a shock to meet her, considering my mum and dad had decided no more kids after me. You could say that Tilly was a mistake, so we won't get into Rico. So, Sam, You've my mum to thank for getting drunk on a holiday with my dad, and the rest is history. So, I'm the maid of honour, the counsellor, the mediator, the therapist, cleaner, wedding decorator, planner, organiser, speechwriter, professional voice noter, Tilly's older sister, and the only Tartaglione sibling to not be getting married in 2024. When I was writing this speech, I asked myself how I could sum up 30 years of life with Tilly. And I decided that I can't. We'd be here all year. Tilly and me have always seen eye to eye and got along like any sisters would. Said no one ever. I'm 2.5 years older than Tilly, so I've actually never known a life without her in it. Some would call this lucky, but this depends on what mood of Tilly you've come across. Thinking back to growing up together and ways to describe our relationship, it was actually a lot like being married. We shared a room growing up, which meant she was the last person I saw going to bed, the first person I saw when I woke up. We always said I love you before I annoyed her and she took it back. Never go to bed angry, happened a lot, mainly when I keep her awake by talking and then pretend to be asleep when she went to get my mum. We ate every meal together, shared everything we owned, and regularly looked after the kids, Tino and Rico. Growing up, she was my best friend, and I was probably her worst nightmare. Though we had our ups and downs and general arguments growing up, we'd been joined to the hip since our high school years. I watched her grow from a young, very demanding child to now a beautiful, very demanding woman. I've seen her graduate from university, although it's a miracle we made it here after living with her for very untidy ways for a year in Manchester. In 2017, Tilly entered into the world of Tinder and online dating. It's safe to say that this was a whole new world for me and not one that I ever want to go back to. From one date, picking her up in what can only be described as a coffin car, and me unsure if we would ever see her again after watching one too many murder documentaries, to her dentist taking on her a date and trying to impress her by showing her in his Botox collection in his fridge. It's easy for me to say that when a lovely, kind, funny, caring guy came next, I couldn't have been happier. I'm not actually sure what happened to him, but Sam, you're all right too. Sam, you really are the nicest brother-in-law I could ever ask for. And if I could have handpicked anyone in the world for Tilly, I'd have chosen you. I remember during COVID, when both my mum and dad were really unwell and Sam had contracted COVID and nobody was meant to go anywhere, he moved into their house just to look after them because we were so worried. At this point, I knew that he was the one for Tilly because his kindness matched hers. Thank you for not only looking after Tilly, but also my parents over the years. You truly are a gentleman with not many left like you in this generation. So please can we all thank Tracy and Andrew for raising such a wonderful, wonderful guy. Sam, I really hope you enjoy growing old with Tilly as much as I've enjoyed growing up with her. I'm fine. I was never sure what people meant when they referred to someone as their soulmate, but Tilly and Sam are an example of that, and thanks to their example, I found mine. It's just a shame that Chris Brown doesn't know I exist. Sorry, Jack. They say that marriage is your own love story, and over the course of your lives, there may be days that might seem mundane and boring, something as short as a sentence. And there will be other days like today where you have chapters, page after page, and photos that will never seem enough. Love is not a matter of counting the years, it's making the years count. I am so proud of you both for all you've achieved individually and together, and I can't wait for this next chapter of your lives. If we can all raise a glass to the most important people in the room, the staff? No, I'm joking. To me. No. Can everybody raise their glasses, please, for Sam and Tilly? Thank you.